going on, everybody? Joseph Hadid here for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Good morning, sports family. Thank you for tuning in to Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. This is your host, Joseph Hadid, speaking, and welcome to Friday Edition's podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, February 23rd, 2024. Thank you for waking up and tuning into our podcast, searching us by WWSUP by Joey. It is TGIF, ladies and gentlemen, as everybody finishes out their work week and gets ready for this upcoming weekend. And ladies and gentlemen, you're interacting, you came at the right place, because we have some sports news to cover for you on what transpired this past week. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with some Major League Soccer news. So there's some buzzing news going around that the MLS commissioner Don Garber says the league is prepared to deal with a referee lockout. What is that all about? Let's get right to it. Lionel Messi's first full season in Major League Soccer started with replacement officials on Wednesday when Inter Miami played host to Real Salt Lake. And Commissioner Don Garber said the league is not sure what will happen next. The Professional Soccer Referees Association picketed in New York and Dallas on Wednesday, less than a week after the organization overwhelmingly rejected a tentative agreement with the Professional Referee Organization, which supplies match officials to MLS, the NWSL, and other leagues. In quotes, I can't remember in my 40 years in sports having a bargaining unit that is reach an agreement and not have their members support it, Garber said in his quotes. And also in his quotes, he said very disappointing. Garber said MLS remains hopeful that an agreement is struck, and said he was left to wonder if the rejection of the deal suggests a disconnect between the members and their elected negotiators. In quotes, it almost seems as if this was intentional, Garber said in quotes. I don't know how you get to a point where there's a work stoppage and not know what it is that you're disagreeing about. That's frustrating, in quotes. I imagine it's frustrating for fans, and it's certainly frustrating for us, but we'll see how it plays out. Alright, more MLS news to follow, ladies and gentlemen. MLS is squandering golden Messi opportunities. Let's get right to that article. Major League Soccer, ladies and gentlemen, employs Lionel Messi, perhaps the most popular human on planet Earth, and its 2024 plan to capitalize on his greatness appears to be this. Number one, put the first match of Messi's first full season behind a paywall on a Wednesday night to hide it from most casual sports fans. And number two, incite a power struggle with the U.S. Soccer Federation that is once again angering dedicated supporters as the 2024 season kicks off. Number three, lock out MLS referees and scramble for replacement officials to draw condemnation from the MLS Players Association and distract from what should be the most anticipated season in league history. Messi, of course, wowed in the opener on this past week on Wednesday night. A 2-0 victory for the Inter Miami win over Real Salt Lake. So Inter Miami is 1-0 on the season as they pick up their season opener win against Real Salt Lake this past week on Wednesday night in MLS season opener, as Major League Soccer season gets underway and officially begins. And speaking of MLS soccer, ladies and gentlemen, there is soccer this upcoming weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So, for all the soccer fans, you have something to look forward to this upcoming weekend. Alright, let's shift over to some, ladies and gentlemen, NFL news. And they're talking about Amazon Prime Video here. Let's get right to that. Amazon Prime Video to pay a recorded fee to convince NFL to repeat controversial playoff decisions. Amazon Prime Video, again, which is set to pay a whopping $120 million, that's almost, 90 million in internationals, I think, fees or something like that? Maybe, I don't know. To exclusively stream an NFL playoff game. Despite the controversy caused by NBC's Peacock in January, for the first time ever, an NFL playoff game wasn't shown on cable in the USA. This happened when the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Miami Dolphins at Arrowhead Stadium in the wildcard round. If you all recall that game was being shown on Peacock instead of a regular televised cable television. Yeah. It was the first playoff game to be streamed exclusively, but fans weren't happy, and they made their voices heard with how it went on Peacock. The Peacock app didn't work as well as hoped, possibly because so many people were trying to watch the AFC action. NFL fans were really angry and complained about the streaming service on social media during the playoff match, or the playoff game, that is, matchup. Over 1,200 fans reported that the problems with Down Dictator. Despite this, Amazon wants to follow NBC and bid for an exclusive rights to stream a playoff game, according to the Front Office Sports. Prime Video is ready to pay, ladies and gentlemen, hear this, around $120 million for exclusive rights to an NFL playoff game after the 2024 season. All right. Let's shift over to some NHL hockey news. Matthews becomes the fastest U.S.-born player, to score 50 goals in the season. Did anybody watch that by any chance this past week? Did anybody witness what Austin Matthews did on a icy hockey arena? Let's get right to it. Austin Matthews scored his 50th goal of the season Wednesday, accomplishing the feat faster than any other NHL player born in the United States. Playing his 54th game of the season, the Toronto Maple Leafs center scored a power play goal with 5 minutes and 1 second remaining. That's 5 minutes and 1 second remaining. I'm sorry. Of the first period of a 6-3 victory win against the Arizona Coyotes at Mullet Arena in Tempe, Arizona, near his hometown of Scottsdale, to set the mark. His wrist shot from the right face-off circle to the short side gave Toronto a 2-0 lead. He then scored his 51st goal at 16 minutes and 7 seconds of that second period to give the Maple Leafs a 4-2 lead when the puck deflected off his shoulder at the right post. Asked by Sportsnet following the first period what this achievement might mean to the young hockey players in Arizona, Matthews stated in his quotes, "I hope it's something that they can take and maybe be inspired by and encouraged by. Like I said this morning, it doesn't matter where you're from. If you dream hard enough, work hard enough, you can make those dreams come true." For myself, I just feel very grateful to be in this position I'm in. And whatever I could do to keep that going, I want to do that. And Austin Matthews, ladies and gentlemen, continues to move in the right direction and right the ship in his NHL career. Pretty awesome stuff, huh? All right, let's shift over. Actually, we have some more NHL news to follow here. Alright, let's get right to it. NHL trade buzz. Stone out for a while for the Golden Knights. Mark Stone will be out for a while. Vegas general manager Kelly McCrimmon said on the Sticks podcast this past week on Wednesday, the forward sustained a upper body injury late in the second period of the Golden Knights' 5-3 loss to the Nashville Predators this past week on Tuesday. It did not play in the third period. McCrimmon told the podcast Stone went for tests. Yeah, they told the podcast that Stone went for tests Wednesday morning, and it remains to be seen how Stone's injury might affect Vegas' approach to the deadline, to the NHL deadline, that is. The Golden Knights are tight against the NHL salary cap, but could put Stone on long-term injured reserve, giving them more space. Stone, the Golden Knights captain, leads the defending Stanley Cup champions this season with 53 points, 16 goals, 37 assists, and he tied for second in goals at 11 with William Karlsson for Vegas in the playoffs last season, while ranking second in assists at 13 and third in points at 24. McCrimmon said that Jack Eichel's rehab is on schedule after lower body surgery, and that the center will play in the not too distant future. And Eichel has not played again since January 11th. Alright, there is a controversy in Major League Baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Let's shift over to some Major League Baseball news. Alright, here we go. The controversy is surrounding the new 2024 MLB uniforms, and there's an explanation for it. Man, you should hear what the fans are saying. I mean, not the the players, the MLB players. You should hear what they're saying about these uniforms. Let's get right to it. The thin pants are part of a larger controversy regarding uniforms MLB teams will wear this upcoming season. The new uniforms were designed by Nike and manufactured by Fanatics, with the goal of boosting performance and keeping everyone cool in the heat of the summer months. They're not exactly getting rave reviews though. I know everyone hates them, in quotes. Philadelphia Phillies shortstop Trey Turner told the Associated Press on February 16th, in quotes, "We all liked what we had. We understand the business, but I think everyone wanted to keep it the same way for the most part, with some tweaks here or there," in quotes. Major League Baseball Players Association is reportedly working on solving the issue before the regular season gets underway next month. MLB Players Association Executive Director Tony Clark is preaching patience about that matter. Yeah, we'll see how they're going to address that. Oh. Ay. Talk about a controversy, huh? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week. I will see you on next Friday's recorded podcast. Till then, hit the like button, subscribe, share it out. Let everybody know what Worldwide Sport Updates is all about. Your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. Have yourself a great weekend, sports family. Take care of each other. Stay blessed.